Hey YouTube, not showing my face because if this doesn't work, I don't want anyone knowing who I am. Think about the logic of that for a minute. Anyways, I put some labels on some DVDs prior to burning them. And as it turned out, I put too many labels on, and so now I've got to try to take these off. When I went onto YouTube to try to figure out how to do this, I couldn't find anything other than taking little stickers off of actual DVD cases or whatever. So I've experimented a little, and I think I've got a way to make it work. And what I do is I'm going to take this handy-dandy knife, and I'm going to make a slit from here in the center all the way out to the edge, and then I'm going to try to peel it back. So let's see if I can make this work without slicing my finger or flaying it. If you're a Game of Thrones person, you know about flaying. Not pleasant. All right, let's see. So I want to go just under there. I did this on a previous one, and I actually I scarred the DVD a little, but I don't think it's going to matter when I burn it and put the new label on. So you just as I was about to say carefully, I almost sliced my finger off. So I just put it under there. I'm trying to kind of get a straight line. Gosh, because if you start tearing it before this, my previous results were not good. So maybe the label is slightly over the edge. So let me try to. The trick is, as soon as you hear it tearing, you got to stop, because once it starts to tear, you're going to get that nasty adhesive residue. So in this case, the label was so big that it was hanging over the edge just a little bit. So I'm going to try a little different method here. And what you want to do, the first time I tried it, I peeled it back like at almost 180-degree angle, and that did not work. So I put my finger right next to the thing and then just pull it out at a straight 90-degree angle. And this is actually working pretty well. You can see, as soon as if you hear any tearing sounds, though, you got to stop. And of course, it would depend on the label that you put on them. But I put these on, and then I would run my fingers around, so I had it on there pretty good. It's actually coming off quite well. If you see any adhesive, let me know. Of course, the question arises, is it really worth saving the 27 cents that a DVD costs, or whatever you paid for yours? If it's going to take you half an hour to do it, it probably is not worth it. But if you can do it in a minute... Uh-oh, did you hear some ripping? Yes, I hear ripping. Dang it, right there. If you can do it in a minute, and you've got a whole bunch of them, 27 cents times 60 minutes in an hour is like $12. I don't know where that calculation came from. All right, so that's working pretty well. So I would say either if your label is slightly overhanging the outside edge like this one was, or if you can make the cut out from the center like I started to do, you're going to have pretty good results. This is the third one I've done. Just as I say that, it messes up. But this is the third one I've done, and overall I think I'm having pretty good success with it. But as soon as you hear it ripping, you got to get it with your fingernail or whatever and catch it up and say, hey, oh, that's not so great at least. So I got the whole thing off in almost one, and then I just got this little bit here. Just going to peel that off, little residue, and not quite good as new, but definitely good to burn and put a new label on. You're welcome!